Hey, what do you think you're up to, Justin? What brought this all of a sudden? What do you mean you can't come to the ceremony? Huh? Don't you see how important today is? Do you get that a wedding ceremony is taking place? And you saying that you can't come is ruining it. Why are you doing this?
Brock, I don't know what else to say apart from that I'm sorry. I really can't go to the ceremony right now, so I apologize for having to tell you this news.
But it's blatantly obvious that you're not sorry at all, because otherwise you'd show up to the ceremony. There's no way you can get away with this by just saying sorry. Do you have any idea how not showing up to this special day is ruining all the plans that are taking place here? Do you have any idea what you've done?
Do you understand that my contractions have started getting worse and that I could be going into labor any time now? The pain has calmed down a bit, but my doctors told me that now that the contractions are getting closer together, I need to get to the hospital immediately to have this child. I've got no choice here, Brock. So to make up for missing out on the wedding ceremony, I'll send a nice congratulatory message to Ashley. I'm sure that she'll understand and appreciate me contacting her.
A congratulatory message? Are you kidding me? Is that all you're going to do for Ashley? Do you think that that's all it takes to make the situation better? Do you have any clue as to who Ashley is getting married to? She's marrying the heir to the Hunters Company. Gregory, this is also an important opportunity to promote my company to him. Now you're doing this, making me feel like the butt of the joke, and think it's funny to make an excuse like you did to ditch the wedding? Is this for your own convenience or something?
Excuse me? What on earth did you just say to me? Do you really think that I'm choosing to not attend this wedding? That I'm going into labor for my own convenience?
Yes, I very much think that you're doing this so that you're not inconvenienced into having to leave the house. You just canceled because you got a stomach ache, right? Obviously, you don't seem to know how to take care of your own body, which is absolutely ridiculous. That's what happens when you don't take care of your own health.
Are you seriously hassling me about the way I manage my health? You are wrong, because I take good care of my body. The baby just wants to be born as planned.
Stop nitpicking everything I'm talking about. You know, Justin, as a wife, you're worse than trash. I give you a luxurious dress and get all the styling sorted, and this is how you repay me?
Oh, for goodness sake, Brock, I cannot believe you right now. I'm not your piece of equipment that you can just throw around and do what you want with. I am your wife. I don't know what else.
You, Justin, are a company president's wife. You're to obey and to do what I say when I say it. It's no exaggeration to say that the qualities of a president is also reflected in his wife. So you too must show up and look your best when an occasion like this is occurring. What you're doing right now is outrageous, especially since you're not coming here.
I don't know what else to tell you, Brock. My contractions have started this morning, and there is really not much more I can do about delaying the baby's birth.
But do you really think that it's a wise thing to miss my sister's wedding just because you're in labor? You need to hold off giving birth during the ceremony and get here. You've been invited, so you should be attending this wedding, Justin. You can go to the hospital afterwards, once we're ready to have this baby.
Are you insane? Do you seriously think it's possible to decide when this baby is allowed to come into this world or not? Have you lost your mind? I am done with this conversation right now. It is too difficult and I need to concentrate on my breathing and get through this labor. I'll message you later.
Can't just bail on me in the middle of a conversation. Wait. You can't run away from this issue. You're to come here and attend this wedding ceremony, Justin. You need to obey and listen to your husband when he's talking to you. All you are right now is a piece of scum. You're such a coward to run away from this conversation. How dare you? Hey, Justin, how's it going? Are you feeling okay now? I heard that you went for a walk, but I still think you should have stayed in bed to recover.
Oh, hey, Drew. I'm doing much better. Thank you for asking. I just want to think for a little bit because so much is going through my head and I just wanted some fresh air. but I really appreciate you getting in touch with me during this time since so much is going on. Also, please don't worry about me too much, Drew.
Oh, okay. I see. That's fine, I suppose. But what do you mean? You needed time to think? This doesn't have to do with Brock or something, does it?
Well, yeah, just a bit actually. Especially with the way he was talking to me when his little sister was getting married. I couldn't believe his behavior.
Yeah, well, if you don't mind, I'd like to give my opinion on the situation, if that's okay with you. You really should break up with Brock as soon as possible, to be honest with you. His behavior is unacceptable, especially when he prioritizes his sister's wedding over his wife's health during the birth of your child. I can't help but think how abnormal he was being, especially with how emotionally abusive he was being towards you during a really stressful time.
Oh, Drew, I totally understand where you're coming from. I completely get what you're saying. I should have a way more supportive husband than how he behaved.
Wait, what? Are you really agreeing with me what I think about him? Really? Things must be really bad if we're both on the same page when it comes to Brock, right?
Well, those are the things that I've been thinking about a lot, but I've been trying to not let it worry me too much, especially with having to give birth to the baby. Of course, I really should divorce Brock after how he's treated me. I deserve way better than that. I feel like I can at least make that kind of decision on my own.
Oh, really? Well, that's great that you're able to think and come to this decision without too much influence from other people. I guess he was just too focused on doing this favor for Gregory, yeah?
Yes, that's right, and it's all because he's the heir to Hunter & Co. Brock's company is in dire straits and he's desperate to get deep into Gregory's pockets.
Yeah, that's why I always say that I can trust Brock when it comes to finances or anything in general, to be honest. He's just such a dodgy person, and it's hard to understand how he was able to marry you.
Okay, I get it, but please, shut up, all right? I don't see why you've got to say something like that to me. I'm with Brock of my own volition, all right? I just didn't see his true self until now.
Well, I guess that's true, Justin. But I really can't stand the guy. I can't forgive him for how he's been treating my older sister. It's awful. And I think you know that.
But why do you have to throw your opinion at me about my relationship, Drew? It's really got nothing to do with you, though. I'm able to handle these things myself.
Well, sometimes I don't think that you can, sister. You were once betrayed by your fiancé before. Come on now. He's run away from his loan problems.
I can't help what happened with that. It was easy to trust him, so I just signed whatever I needed to sign so we can deal with the issues later. That's what a guarantor is, right? It's true that we ended up in a lot of debt, but it was Brock who reached out to me at that time. It's not like we've been stuck in bad cycles since then. Why must you...
But he's been treating you so badly, and it's hard to watch. I just think that you've got really bad luck when it comes to this guy. That, or you've got no good taste. You've got a really cool personality, sis, but you really haven't got a good eye when it comes to the opposite sex. I know it's hard to hear, but I think you should know that.
Why must you bother saying things like that more than twice in a conversation, Drew? I get that I suck when it comes to partners, so just leave me alone about it.
Okay. I didn't mean to keep going on about it, Justin. Look, if you need anything, let me help you out. It might make things easier. I also just wanted to let you know that Mom's worried about you, especially with the new baby being born and how Brock's treating you. Please come back home soon.
Of course, I'm sure she's very worried. I understand that completely. I'll probably come back after I find something to drink. All right, I'll go now. I'll talk to you later.
Okay, sure. Go get yourself sorted. And I hope to see you later on. Just please take care of yourself when it comes to talking to Brock. I don't want to see you get hurt. See you later. Hey, Justin. What the heck is going on with you now? I tried to get into the hospital, and I can't seem to get you for some stupid reason. What's happening here? We're supposed to be going through with the procedure at the hospital properly. You better not be screwing this up for me. Are you going to explain what's going on? Hey, Justin, what's going on here? Are you intending to ignore me all day? You can't just act like this towards your own husband. It's disgusting behavior. How long are you planning to make me wait outside the hospital for you? Huh? If you make me wait any longer, I'll have to take matters into my own hands. All right? What the heck do you think you're doing right now, man? Would you really quit acting so abusive and rude to my sister, you piece of crap? Do you hear me? Huh? Wait a minute. I thought that Justin would be messaging me. Is that you, Drew? Man, what's with you talking to me like that for? What's your problem, you idiot? How dare you just show up uninvited? Do you seriously think you could do whatever you want? My sister gave birth to her child the day before yesterday. What the heck have you been doing? Huh? Wait, why are you going off at me for? Stupid head. It's my sister's wedding, so of course I've been very busy attending that. I don't have time to run around doing multiple things at once. The wedding was just as important, so I can't just not come to the hospital for the birth of my child. You guys didn't bother coming to Ashley's wedding as a family either. So what the heck have you been doing, huh? Do you think we're both in similar situations right now? Have you actually thought about that, Drew? Why won't you give it up, Brock? I think it's perfectly understandable that Justine couldn't be there because of the birth of her baby. You've got no excuse, Brock. The wedding was held the day before yesterday. And what were you doing after that, huh? Why weren't you at the hospital after the ceremony? Isn't it obvious? I had some important work-related matters to attend to. You do know that I'm the president of my own company, right? But I guess you don't understand that. Especially because you're such a lowlife. There are so many things going on at my company as president. I need to deal with those things urgently. Are you kidding me right now? Are things happening in your workplace way more important than your own loving wife giving birth to your child? You do know that my relationship with Justin has nothing to do with you, Drew. So meddling in everything. You're being so annoying right now. You think you're always in the right when you clearly have no idea about anything. You're stupid, rude, and just plain annoying. You're like a little parasite trying to suck blood out of me. To be honest, you're the lowest of the low. I hate dealing with you. You need to get your own life and stop butting into mine with Justin. We're doing just fine. Whatever, you can say anything you like to me. I don't care. But there's no way that I'm going to let you treat my sister like trash. You're never going to see your baby ever again. You're not going to go anywhere near that child, or you're going to face the consequences of what you've done to my sister. Now leave and go home quietly. Don't even think about making a fuss. Wait a minute. What did you just say to me? Are you telling me that I'm not allowed to see my own flesh and bone? Are you seriously kidding me? You don't have the power to do that to me. Well, that's what I just said to you. So I think especially because you didn't give a crap about your wife when she went into labor. You don't deserve to be a father. I think Justin has been thinking about this for a while now. But she's finally seen the light. She intends on getting a divorce from you, Brock. Oh, just hold a second. What the heck are you even talking about? What brought this on all of a sudden? This can't be happening to me. Stop messing around, Drew. You're not funny. I think that you definitely know the reason why this is happening to you. If you can't seem to get it through your thick head what you've done, then you're such a horrible person. What you should do now is leave everyone alone for today and just go home quietly, and you could think about what you've done now, okay? But this can't be happening. You're just butting in when you shouldn't be. Also, I'm the father of the baby. I've got every right to meet and be with the child. If none of you are going to cooperate with me and let me see my child, then I've got no choice but to force my way into the hospital. I want to see Justin and my child. Fine, do as you please, but there will be consequences for this, Brock. Do you really think that it's okay to do something like that? Shouldn't you think about this before you act? If the president of a company tries to break inside a hospital room and take a baby or something like that, it would be all over the news. It would be hopeless to turn your business around at that point. Are you kidding me right now, you stupid little man? How dare you try to take me down like this? How dare you underestimate my abilities? If you really must know, the news wouldn't impact my company too much because it's already on the decline anyways. No one cares about what. Well, whatever you're planning, I don't think it's going to be possible, Brock. I do think you've been rushing around trying to raise money, and you've been also damaging your reputation with a lot of places. Even my own sister is fed up with you and how you've been treating her and the other people in the business world. Don't be stupid and stay away from her and the new baby. They don't need the stress. You've got no right to say such things to me. I'm still the president of a company, and you're nothing but scum. I know that you're too scared to actually face me and say what you want to say.
You know what, Brock? Drew's right when it comes to us. I am sick of how you've been treating me. This is a really good opportunity to get out of this relationship. I want a divorce.
Justine is everything that Drew said to me in the conversation. I had to be with him earlier, actually. True. You're not actually going to go through with this, are you?
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry about him. He can butt into people's business too much, but he does it out of love, though. But yes, it's all true. I want to divorce you. I don't want my child seeing you either.
But don't you understand how unfair that is to me? I'm that child's father, though. I've got every right to see my child, no matter how our relationship is.
No, you don't, Brock. Not to people who try to use children for their own personal gain, and I know that you do something like that.
Excuse me? What did you even say to me? What are you talking about? How can I use our newborn baby for my own personal gain? What does that even mean?
I heard everything that you were trying to do when I was talking to Ashley yesterday. She heard you talking to someone on the phone in the smoking area of the venue. She heard you say that if you had the status of having children, then your sales would be even better and that you'd be picking up the child soon before the appointment.
Huh? Ashley actually heard what I was talking about? What was she doing in the smokers area anyways when she doesn't smoke? She was snooping on me. Look, Justin, this isn't what you think. It is, my dear. Just hang on a minute, okay? What I was talking about was just business, all right? It's nothing, really. Sure, maybe I worded what I said poorly, but when it comes to my business, I just use whatever's available around me to boost sales, okay?
Of course, I totally understand where you're coming from. I already helped you out when it comes to your business or whatever, Brock. Especially in a dire situation like the current one you're in right now. But, Brock, you left your wife to go into labor by herself, and furthermore, you didn't come to see me for a whole 2 days. I had the baby the day before yesterday. What on earth took you so long to come and see me, huh? A man like you with a child to boost his status? Yeah, like that's going to help you. Do you know how ridiculous that sounds when you say that, Brock? Since when is our baby a product to use for your benefit, huh? You're insane. You know that, right?
No, that's not it at all. The reason why I couldn't get here straight away was because I had a lot of work I needed to sort out. You understand that, right,
Are you trying to do some favors for Gregory so that you end up in his good books or something? But it makes sense since he's the heir to his company.
Why must you say that in such an ungrateful way, Justin? I needed to market my company to him so that we can do business together. Now that him and I have become part of each other's family, this kind of chance is never going to come up again, all right? so the work needed to be done.
Okay, well, are you going to explain what actually happened then, Brock? What was the result of your sales pitch in the end? Are you going to tell me?
Okay, so he invited me over to his company yesterday. Everything was going great. But then the current president, his father, came in. He ended up kicking me out of the building.
Wait a minute, what? You went in there and then his father kicked you out of the building? Well, that doesn't surprise me, but I wonder why.
Yeah, he did right in the middle of the presentation I wanted to give him about the new business venture I created. So I was confident, but it seemed like no one was listening to me. When I met him at the wedding ceremony, he seemed like a really nice guy, and I thought we were getting along really well. So I thought I was allowed to go in and say whatever I wanted to them.
I think I definitely know what the problem was and why you got kicked out of the company's premises. Your aggressive attitude was the problem, wasn't it? I heard through the grapevine while I was in here giving birth that you were desperately trying to get people to notice you and they were ignoring you in the end.
Wait, what? Where could you have possibly heard that sort of information when you weren't there? Who told you that?
Who told me? Well, I heard that from basically everyone that knows you, Brock. Apparently the groom's side was very unhappy about what you did to me. And it seems like your baby sister Ashley also seemed particularly embarrassed when it came to how you were talking to me and about the baby before the wedding. It makes me feel like you only wanted to see your sister get married just so that you can get on her husband's good side so you can weasel your way into his company.
That's not true. None of them seemed to understand anything I wanted to say. They didn't give me a chance at all. I thought that Ashley would understand what I was doing, but when I think about it in general, it's your fault that the other side of the wedding guests didn't give me a good review. You were needed by my side.
Excuse me? Are you seriously blaming me for your own actions? Are you kidding me right now? I was literally in labor and going through a lot, and you think this is my fault?
I was attending the ceremony all by myself. My wife was supposed to be there, by my side, supporting me in my endeavors. But you just thought it would be funny to bail. From an outsider's perspective, it's definitely a strange situation to explain to them. They might think that things aren't going well between us, or that we had a fight. People would be suspecting all kind of things when it came to why you weren't at Ashley's wedding. So yes, I'm blaming you for being absent because you were. Yes.
Have you lost the plot or something? But basically, all in all, you failed to gain their trust when it came to all the deals you put on the table. All because I wasn't there?
That's right. Now you're finally getting it. If you had the child sooner in the first place, like an actual due date, none of this would have happened. I would have been able to show off my family of 3 to everyone, and they would have loved it. I would have felt good about my chances with Gregory's company.
Oh my God, Brock, do you have any idea how ridiculous you sound right now? Do you have any clue what I've been going through and how you've not been here?
Oh, shut up, woman. This is all your fault. Look, I'm getting sick and tired of waiting. Just let me into the hospital room so that you can give me my child.
You don't even care about other people, do you? All you want is for things to go your way all the time. You're so selfish, and to you, everything's a tool to make a good impression on others. You just use the people around you to get what you want, including me. There's no way that I'm going to let my child be in your arms. They'll not meet someone like you.
You can't do this to me, Justin. I've got rights to the child, and you know, because of you, my company's finished, all because you weren't present at that stupid wedding. It's already bad enough that the press are starting to make me look like a bad guy, when really, it's you who's the bad guy. You've made me look like a fool. I don't care what happens anymore. I deserve to see my baby, and I'm going to see them right now. I'll force my way into the hospital room if I have to.
Me? You know that you can't just do something like that when there's other women who are trying their best to give birth right now, okay? What do you intend to do?
Hey, what the heck's going on at the reception desk, huh? When I mention your name to the nurse, they keep insisting and repeating that you're not there. Did you make a deal with the nurses or something to lie to me? Did you bribe them so that they won't let me in to see you? Where's my child?
I've been wondering if you were thinking of doing that for a while now, since you obviously didn't want to see me whilst I was giving birth to our baby. Neither me or my family members asked the nurses to stop you at the entrance, Brock. Look, I've got no idea why you're not allowed into the hospital.
What the heck, Justin? Then why is the person at the front desk hiding you somewhere in the hospital, huh? Why do they keep saying you're not here?
How can they be hiding me, Brock, if I'm not even in the hospital that you're referring to? Maybe you're at the wrong hospital.
Wait a minute. What did you just say? I thought that we were planning out the quickest route to the hospital, that the one to the south side of town was closer.
Hospital? Well, you're wrong, because that's not where I've been admitted to, Brock. Look, I don't want you causing any more trouble with the public, so get away from there.
There's absolutely no point in saying that to me right now. I know that you're somewhere playing tricks on me. How dare you make me look like a fool? You better come out of the room with the baby right now, Justin. Otherwise, I'm going to start screaming your name until you do.
Even if you want to try and do that, you'll be the one who ends up feeling embarrassed and looking like an idiot, okay? Don't get so worked up and calm down.
Don't you dare tell me to calm down. Shut up, you stupid woman. Hand over my baby to me right now. If I bring the baby into the president's office, maybe he'll change his mind.
Huh? Are you seriously planning on taking a 2-day-old baby away from its mother into a stressful office building? How can you be so selfish and ridiculous, Brock?
My own company is about to go bankrupt. I need to do something about it. What you're doing now is even more selfish. Don't you think you are, by ruining this for me?
This has got to be some sort of a sick joke, right? Do you think I'd do this on purpose? I'm not the one who uses people and abandons them when others need help.
Have you forgotten about all the debt that I paid off that your ex-boyfriends left you in? Instead of trying to repay me the favor, you're holding me back? So it's selfish, right?
Look, I'm grateful that you took care of that. I really am. And then you were able to get married to a nice woman like me, so don't you think that's a win for you?
Huh? What do you mean by that, Justin? You're so confusing, and you never make any sense. Give me the child right now.
No! Also, you liked me so much that you wanted to pay the debt off yourself, right? So we were able to get married and get out of debt, and now you're almost in that position again. If I didn't do what you said, you were going to throw me out onto the street, pregnant and with nothing. That would make you look really bad now, wouldn't it, Brock?
Hey, don't you start threatening me. I've been nice to you, and I've let you off easy. You can't touch me right now, since you're stuck in bed.
Oh, but I can. I can let everyone on social media know how you've been treating me and how you talk about the baby. I'm sure if I just mention your company's name, you are truly finished.
No, please. Stop. Don't do that. That's not fair. Okay? Look, I'm really sorry. I didn't mean anything I said to you the other day. I take it all back. Please, don't say anything on social media.
Well, stop treating me like crap. No matter what, I still don't want you anywhere near my baby. They're not going to be exposed to a horrible human being like you ever. I want a divorce. So I am sure you'll be hearing from my lawyer any day now about the paperwork and how custody will be decided in this situation.
Hey, I've got every right to see my child. You can't keep them away from their father. I'm sorry. I really need you, Justin. Don't divorce me. Just take me back, and we can start over.
I am never starting over with you, and I never want anything to do with you ever again. I don't want to talk to you anymore. Leave me and my newborn alone, Brock. Afterwards, Brock became super violent, and the hospital called the police, and he was escorted away in one of their marked vehicles. He wasn't arrested, but the incident became known among the companies in the city. Despite all of Brock's efforts to rescue the company from going under, he filed for bankruptcy. He was no longer making any money in the industry he was working in. He was left in a huge pile of debt because of it. He didn't want to have to deal with this type of burden, so he packed his bags and ran off in the middle of the night. He left the city and his debt behind. His family had lost interest in him, and he had almost no one to rely on. It's sometimes good to prioritize work over other people, but there are also more important things in life that should be taken care of. Maybe this was a good experience for Brock to learn. For the time being, Justine's living with her younger brother Drew and her mother. They're all chipping in to raise Justine's child. The baby's very cute, and Drew and the mother are very caring. Justine is enjoying being a mother. She hopes next time she chooses a partner more carefully. Thank you for watching! If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.